As a member of the CG leadership team, I get to help people with the struggles that they come into their group with, whether it's banking and finance, marketing and sales, acquisitions, rehab and construction. There are so many things that small business owners can trip over themselves, and we're here as a leadership team to help them from failure through the abyss and lift them up to success on the other side. As we all know, if these problems are not addressed, the business becomes stagnant and it cannot grow. You'll find employees that are struggling, family members, wives and children that are getting neglected at home because the business owner has to put in so much time and effort. 10, 14, 15-hour days that just struggle through that stage of their life. And so what we're here to do is to relieve that burden from them. The reason that I'm so qualified to help people through these problems is that because I've been there myself. Part of my struggle was that I was a solopreneur, kind of a genius with 1,000 helpers, as Jim Collins would say. And so my struggle was that I didn't have the right people on board and I wasn't being the right leader. It starts with me. So when I went through that abyss and was pulled up on the other side through hiring, scaling, getting the right people on board, fixing my acquisitions channel, my rehabs, it just allows me now to relate to the same struggles that we find our members having. The good news here is that it's not just me. There's a room full of 200 of the smartest minds in real estate. So any young entrepreneur that's struggling in the real estate space has so many people that have been through the same valleys or challenges that they are currently facing. So the room truly is a collective genius from failures as much as successes. And truly, you know that it's the scar tissue from failure that leads to growth that we can help that person through. One of the things that may surprise you is that the results you get from fixing the small problem in business actually relate to personal life as well. They feel a sense of relief from all of that weight and burden, not only being lifted from their shoulders, but shared amongst the group. In fact, one of the reasons that we have members that have been with us for 10 plus years is because as you grow and scale, you're always facing new challenges and new obstacles. And so having a team and the incubator that actually supports you and helps you get through that struggle at every stage is one of the reasons why we have such strong membership and strong connection and community within CG. So 2 quick examples of people that I have personally helped that would give specific relevance to someone who is thinking of joining. Jimmy Vreeland is now a very good friend of mine out of St. Louis. And Jimmy's issue was that he was just focused solely on wholesaling and fix and flipping. We actually introduced the concept of being a turnkey provider, and he literally changed his whole business model to attract the turnkey investor, and that's revolutionized his business. Not only that, but we helped him with property management and with rehab. In fact, his whole scope of work is based on our scope of work. Again, it's the copy and paste model sometimes that you can just use straight out of someone that's already doing it in CG. Another such example would be Bobby Suarez, a young operator out of the Florida area who came to me with some banking and finance struggles, and we actually introduced the concept of the home equity line of credit. And through this facility that we introduced him some banking context, he was actually able to reduce his cost of capital from 10% down to 3%, which obviously catapulted his business to the next level. The investment in CG obviously has to be a consideration for anyone thinking of joining. However, the benefits so far outweigh. In my personal experience, when I joined 7 years ago, it was a 5x return in the first year, just from one simple technology play in the property management side of my business that allowed me to capture some cash flow that I was not already using. And that's just one example of countless ways that it has completely changed my business model. Most of the footprint of my business has got CG written all over it, from acquisition strategies to the way we rehab, to partnerships and the disposition, as well as finance. CG has made a massive impact in our business. So if you're out there in the real estate game and you're feeling stuck, and you're trying to scale and just hitting a ceiling of profitability, then reach out, fill out the application, and just tell us a little more about yourself. What are you struggling with? We'll schedule a call, and if it suits, we'll have you out to the next Mastermind risk-free. We'd just love to get to know you and try and help you through that next hurdle, the next abyss that you may be facing in your real estate game. We're only looking for situations where both sides win.